If you go into a hotel and tell them that you left your phone charger there, they'll pull out a giant box of chargers and you just get to pick one for free. You can get your letters delivered for free without any postage if you just put where you want it to go on the return address instead of where it's actually supposed to be. Most movie theaters have their bathrooms after or near the ticket check. So if you go and watch a movie, when you're leaving, just go take a shit, check out new movie times, and then go to another movie. You can do this a couple times before you get caught. You know when you go somewhere kind of sketchy and you don't want to bring your whole wallet with you? Well, one thing you can do instead is do a secret stash of cash instead of an empty chapstick tube. Cashiers might assume stuff about you though. If you run your bacon under cold water before cooking it, you'll reduce the shrinkage by up to 50%. If you want to try and kill a fly with your bare hands, you can't just swipe down at it because the fly is like 100 times faster than you. So instead, what you have to do is make sure you clap just above the fly. Your kill rate will go from 0 to like 80%. Got one, got two. Look at me, I got 3. So after the date, I go in for a kiss and she tells me my breath smells like shit. How was I supposed to know? You do know that if you lick the back of your hand, let it dry, and then sniff it, that's what your breath smells like to everybody else? I need to stop eating so much ass. Dude, why are all my towels damp? Because I took a shower and had to dry off? Before you get out of the shower, can you like squeegee yourself off a bit? You want me to do what? Use your hands to wipe off the water so the floor isn't soaked and I can use my damn towel for once. Hey, you know Q-tips just push all the earwax in deeper, right? I mean, yeah, but what else am I supposed to do? Well, you could let me put this straw of hydrogen peroxide in it. Why? Because it'll actually loosen up the earwax and clean out your ear. No, this is the weirdest thing ever! Ah! Did you guys know that it is impossible to touch the palm of your hand to your shoulder? You can't think of a new color, no matter how hard you try. Any color you think of already exists. Unless you're completely illiterate, you physically cannot look at a word without reading it. Do you want to know how to tell if somebody's attracted to you? Because here are some very subtle signs that should be a dead giveaway. If you're just looking around and you catch somebody making eye contact with you and they immediately kind of just like look down, that's a sign. If you walk into a room and somebody starts standing up straighter, they fix their hair or their shirt or something, that's a sign. If you're having a conversation with somebody and they kind of start stuttering a little bit, repeating their words, or their eyes really wide and they stop blinking as much, that's a sign. I just want to apologize in advance to the people that are going to try and start taking note of this and realize that nobody's doing this to them. I am so sorry. You know when you reheat food in the microwave and some parts of it are hot enough to burn your mouth and the other part of it is frozen? Well, that happens because you shouldn't actually have your food in the middle of the plate here. It should be on the edge so it can actually rotate around and cook evenly. If you want to save some time and cook 2 things at once, just add a mug in here for some height distribution. If you're going to reheat something like pasta or pizza or something, add a small cup of water in there to keep it moisturized, but to stop it from getting too chewy. You guys know that you can flip things in a pan by just flipping the pan? You've been using a can opener wrong this whole time, dude. It doesn't go sideways. It's supposed to go flat like this. And then you twist it along this way. Okay, so I just did the whole thing the flat way, and look, the can opens the correct way without having to dig your fingers around in there. If you want to quickly stop a pot of water from boiling over, just put a wooden spoon on top of it. This works because the wood is hydrophobic, which means that it can't absorb the water, and instead it just punctures the surface tension of the bubbles. I thought that everybody enjoyed taking hot showers, but it turns out some people take cold showers, and just out of curiosity, I'm gonna try it. This is a nightmare, but it has its benefits, okay? So cold showers stimulate your immune system and antidepressant hormones. It also accelerates your metabolism, tightens your skin, and reduces hair loss. I'm done. I genuinely prefer to be boiled alive. Dude, wake up, you're gonna be late. Oh my god, just hold your breath. Why? Because it'll speed up your heart rate, tricking your body into waking up and being more alert. What the fuck? Oh, I just overstimulated one of your body's nerves, which made it think it already sneezed, which stopped your sneeze. Well, maybe I would have enjoyed the sneeze. Do you ever think about that? What are you doing? The back of my throat just itches for some reason. You should try just itching the inside of your ear. It'll cause a throat spasm and get rid of the tickle. You don't have to do all that. Wow. Thanks. Most sea monster stories were actually just whales waiting to mate and flopping their dicks out of the water. Like, just try to look at this whale dick and tell me it doesn't look like the fucking Loch Ness Monster. Rhinos only have 5% body fat and it's all stored at the bottom of their hooves, which makes them effectively silent at a full sprint. And I have a new nightmare. If a rabbit gets stressed out enough, it'll just eat their own children. So if you have a mom out there that didn't try to kill you, be thankful for that. Hey, if it isn't my two favorite people! Bella, there's 3 of us here. Yeah. But you said you're 2 favorite people. Yeah, I did. So which one of us do you not like? That is an excellent question. I'll let you guys figure that one out. Hey, you want a piece of gum? Oh, yeah, sure. Thanks, man. Oh, yeah, no problem.
Wait, why didn't they take one for themselves? Does my breath stink? What is happening? Did I brush my teeth this morning? They are totally freaking out right now.
Yeah, I honestly think that I'm just like the most observant person ever. Oh yeah? Tell me more. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like I just notice things that other people don't sometimes. I mean, that kind of makes sense, but what do you mean? Yeah, I also feel like I just read people pretty well, you know? I just walk into a room and I just know what's going on. Okay. Yeah, and I kind of feel like that's what sets me apart. Like, a lot of people don't even pay attention to things that are going on around them. It kind of sounds like you think you're better than people. Yeah, a lot of people just need to start paying attention and stop going through the motions. Wait a minute. Sometimes I like to tell unfunny jokes on purpose just to see who's gonna laugh. That way I can tell who has a crush on me. If somebody's ever like, hey, we need to talk, you need to be like, yeah, we do. That way, you're both stressed out. If you upload all your photos on Tinder upside down, the person's gonna have to flip their phone around to see you and realize that you're fucking ugly. So they're gonna swipe left, but actually they're gonna swipe right and you just got a match. Guys, if you're named after your father, like if you're John Jr. or some shit, your mom has probably moaned your name in bed. If you have a bank account with more than a penny in it, you are officially a part of the top 8% of the world's wealth. Any coffee that you have ever had has had cockroaches in it, because when they get the beans from Madagascar, they all live over there and it's gonna take too much time and effort to try and clean them all out. So you've been drinking roaches. If you have a jar or container that you really just can't seem to open, run it under hot water for a few seconds, and then once you dry it, it should just open right up. I've never not had this work. If you're constantly making a routine but then just dropping it the next day because you're too tired to follow through, try making 3 different routines, okay? One for a low energy day, a mid energy day, and a high energy day. It's a lot easier to stick to it. So in LA, they're telling us to wear masks again. And one thing that always annoyed me was how my sunglasses would fog up when I wear both. So one thing I learned to get rid of that is by adding a little bit of dish soap to the glasses, rubbing it in, and then not washing it off with water, just wiping them off. The fog shouldn't exist after that.
Slide it to the right spot. Nice. So graceful, Bella. Don't flick it. That'll make him mad, haha. Poor. Was that too much? Oh no, he's looking at me. I like it sweet. H. This looks like piss. Sus. It smells like piss. Shake. I kinda want more, but I don't want to be rude. His face. This looks cool. I did it. Stir. Whipped cream is good. Double take. I think I did good. Hand.
So a couple of months ago, I told you guys that if you ever get a paper cut, that one way to heal it is by using just a little bit of chapstick. But let's say you're messing around and you accidentally get another paper cut. One way you can heal it is by using some raw organic honey. Ah, that feels awful. Okay, and let's say you're just like really fucking stupid at this point and you get another paper cut. You can use some aloe to heal that one up. Okay, so actually getting the paper cut hurt a lot, but the chapstick feels really nice, the honey feels even better, and the aloe stings a little bit, but like, overall they feel a lot better now. If this blows up, I'll show you guys paper cutting my mouth. Schools will dress code you for wearing ripped jeans because it shows too much leg, but they'll also just let you wear shorts. If time travel is ever invented, that means that it has always existed. Isn't it kind of weird that hamsters are real animals? Because like, I've never seen one just out in the wild. A wild hamster? That's not a thing. I lied, okay? Apparently it is a thing in parts of Asia. They're kind of cute though. Here's a psychology trick to see what your friends subconsciously think about you. Just text them and ask, if I were a color, what color would I be? But be careful because this might ruin some friendships. If they said yellow, they think you're a loyal person that's kind of bubbly. If they said red, they kind of think you're manipulative. If they said blue, they think you're a spontaneous person and they really value your friendship. If they said pink, this indicates that they think you have a good personality, but that you're really not that smart. If they said purple, this person feels that they can rely on you and that they can go to you if they need advice. If this person said black, that means that they feel like they have a closer connection with you than they do with most people. If they said green, that means that they think you're careless and carefree, but not necessarily in a bad way. And if they see you as white, this means they think you're unreliable and kind of boring. Sucks. Make sure you send this to them afterwards so at least they know how you expose them. If you've swept your floors and you have a pile of dirt now, but you don't have a dustpan to get it up, what you can do is take a paper towel with the end of it wet, lay it down, and it works just the same. One of the best ways to separate the egg yolk from an egg white is by taking a water bottle, squeezing it, and just using the power of suction. So you come out of the shower and you want to put a towel around your waist, okay? This way that every guy does it looks sexy, but it's not sturdy at all. So what you gotta do is take the towel, wrap it around, and then fold it down twice. That way it creates this sort of belt thing. Like, this isn't going anywhere. You know, unless you wanted it to. Advice that could save your life one day, except the scenarios become increasingly more likely to actually happen. If you ever find yourself falling out of a plane without a parachute and you have the crazy idea that you want to try and survive that shit, avoid water and aim for the trees or just very flat, soft land. And as you're falling, spread out your limbs to slow the fall, but right before you hit the ground, bring your feet together and bend your knees because this is about to hurt like a motherfucker. If you're driving and suddenly there's a deer on the road, it is much better to just hit the deer than to swerve off into a ditch. But if it's a moose, swerve that shit into the ditch. A moose is like a brick wall. This one has actually happened to me before, okay? Anytime somebody comes over your house, after they leave, make sure you check out your door and window locks because people suck and sometimes they're just trying to make it easier for them to break in later. I can't swallow pills. I can't do it. You know, if you take your left hand and then squeeze your thumb in your fist, it'll actually suppress your gag reflex. Is this why you have a boyfriend and I don't? And then this dude just was trying to pretend that he didn't even know what a bagel was. Do you have the hiccups? No, I'm doing this for shits and giggles. You know you can get rid of those by sticking your fingers in your ears because it stimulates the vagus nerve and resets your diaphragm. What? I am just not feeling my hair right now. Like, is that dandruff? You know, if you put a little bit of vodka in your shampoo bottle, it'll get rid of dandruff, make your hair stronger, shinier, and grow faster. All I heard was vodka. Man, have you tried this new tea? It's so good. But it's hot. It's hot. Burn my tongue. Oh, eat this spoonful of sugar. It's like the magic cure for burns. Oh no, it's okay. Oh. Man, the scale makes me sad. I need to lose weight. What? Dude, no. Okay, you look amazing. But I do know that if you want to lose a pound of fat, you have to run about 3 hours. What kind of crazy person wants to run for 3 hours? Well, if you break it up, it's only 27 minutes a day and you lose a pound a week. Dude, my nose is so stuffed. I barely got any sleep last night. Oh, you should keep this bowl of onions next to your bed at night. It'll clear everything up. Won't this just make me like cry? Oh, I get it. Thank you. Did you know that people with blue eyes and people with brown eyes actually see differently? If you have blue eyes, you have much less melanin compared to those with brown eyes, which just means that more light is able to pass through, so you're more sensitive to it. Like, my eyes are blue, and for me personally, I can't even really go outside without wearing a pair of sunglasses because it's just too bright. But this also means that I have better night vision than somebody with brown eyes because all the melanin acts as natural sunglasses. Like, this is what brown eyes see at night versus blue eyes, and then blue eyes, brown eyes during the day. I don't know if you guys have picked up on it yet, but I I really like space. So here are some cool space things that I found because, you know, space is cool as fuck. So this is a composite photo of the moon, and that reddish color is actually the moon's iron rusting. But scientists don't really know how the moon even has rust because the moon doesn't have water or oxygen. This is a photo of a massive eruption on the sun, and that little loop right there, that thing can fit 2 whole Earths inside of it. Last year's SpaceX's Falcon 9 launch caused a twilight phenomenon, and this happens when the exhaust particles from a missile or rocket condense, freeze, and then expand in the upper atmosphere. Things I didn't realize was my ADHD, but probably should have been a dead giveaway. Cool, I got some time to kill before I have to leave. What? No! Yeah, I'm headed out right now. I gotta be there by 4. It's only 20 minutes late. It's already 3:45. Where are my keys? Well, it's 9:15, which is basically 9:30, which means it's almost 10. And I have to be in bed by 11, so I got no time to do anything. I'm gonna show you guys how to make an instant slushie without using the machine. You're just gonna take a soda bottle and then shake it up. Then you're gonna take that bottle and just put it in the freezer for about 3 to 4 hours. You'll also get a better slushie consistency if you put a bowl in the freezer to chill and use for later. And when you take it out of the freezer, it still should be mostly liquid. All we have to do is trigger it by releasing the pressure, closing it, flipping upside down, and then the crystals are gonna form and make the slushie. All right, after giving it a couple minutes, you can see we got a slushy consistency. Try it yourself. I mean this in the nicest way possible, okay? Nobody notices you as much as you think. Everybody's in their own little world, so try not to care as much. But that being said, if you do something embarrassing in public, just say you lost a bet. My golden rule for spending money is if I can't afford to buy it twice, then I can't afford it at all. If you want to work on being more confident, make a conscious effort to talk to 3 people every single day. Even if it's as simple as like, oh, hey, I like your shoes, or asking if they did the homework. You'll notice over time, you're a lot more comfortable just talking to new people. If your car's ever overheating, you either need to 1, turn it off, or 2, if you can't do that, turn your heat on full blast. The cab will pull the heat from the engine, thus cooling it off. To reach it. You know, washing your jeans all the time isn't really the best for them. It can actually do more damage. So instead, you should try freezing them every once in a while. So all you gotta do is take your jeans, roll them out, brush them out, whatever, and then put them in the freezer for just a couple hours. The cold will kill any of the bacteria that makes them smell, and you'll have jeans that last way longer. When you're using a cutting board and it's time to transfer the food into a different bowl, going like this is fine, but sometimes you spill. So instead, put it through this little hole. It's way more precise. If you're ever moving, an easier way to pack up all your clothes that are on hangers is by using a few trash bags. All you gotta do is wrap the bag around the clothes, wrap the tie around the hangers, and then you'll pack up your whole closet in just a couple minutes. It came out today that Senate Democrats are working on legalizing marijuana. So in honor of that, here's some weed facts. The first thing that was ever sold on the internet was a bag of weed in 1972. Okay, before Amazon, before eBay, a bunch of Stanford students bought an undisclosed amount of devil's lettuce from a bunch of MIT students. In Denver, Colorado, there are more marijuana dispensaries than Starbucks locations, and I think that deserves an award. According to urban legend, when Cameron Diaz was in high school, she bought some weed off of her classmate. That classmate was Snoop Dogg. Does the royal family have a last name? Because, like, it's Queen Elizabeth II, there's Prince Harry, Princess Diana. What? It's Windsor? Where the fuck? Like, just imagine if your name was George VI, Albert Frederick Arthur George Windsor. That's so fancy. In Toy Story, Woody's famous line, "There's a snake in my boot," was actually a very common hallucination that alcoholics would get in the 19th century. In the movie Dumb and Dumber, Lloyd's chipped tooth is real. Apparently, when Jim Carrey was in detention in high school, some kid jumped on his head and chipped it, and so for the movie, he just took off the cap to look dumb. In The Goonies, the actor that played Chunk got the chicken pox, but didn't tell anybody because he was afraid that he was going to get recasted. So in this iconic scene where he lifts up his shirt, you can actually see the chicken pox. open window, dancing with it. Hey, so you're kinda like a doctor, right? No, not at all. I make silly educational videos. I don't have a medical license. I mean, but you know things, right? You said you knew my body better than I do. I mean, I guess. Well, okay, so my eyes have been like twitching a lot lately. What do you think that is? Sounds like a magnesium and vitamin B deficiency. You just gotta take your vitamins. Okay. I've also been like really fatigued lately, just super tired. I can't find any energy at all. Well, that's just your caffeine addiction, dude. All the coffee and Red Bull you drink makes your body rely on it and fucks up your nervous system. Oh, okay. Just one more thing. My pee smells really sweet, like a birthday cake. Your sweet ass has diabetes, dude. Ladybugs have the highest rate of STDs out of any other bug. So the next time you have a cute little ladybug on your finger, just remember that he's probably a slut. Bees can perceive time. I can barely perceive time. Snails can feel their shells. So the next time you accidentally step on one, now you know that it felt that shit. I once told a friend that his earlobes are in line with his nipples, and he was like, no, my nipples are way lower than my earlobes. And I was like, what, dude, no, your earlobes are in line with your nipples. Before the invention of the light bulb, people on average slept about 10 hours a night with a first sleep and then a snack and then a second sleep. And I think we should bring that back. When you die, if you get cremated, you'd produce enough carbon to make 200 pencils, which means that you could be a souvenir at your own funeral. Why am I not provided a parachute when I get onto a plane? Like, if the plane's already going down, why not give people the option to jump instead of just dying in a crash? Okay, so I googled it, and one reason is that parachutes are very expensive and heavy, so the plane is gonna need more fuel, which means ticket price is just gonna go up to possibly unreasonable levels. Another reason is that the cabin door is pressurized, which means that you can't really open it mid-air without everybody passing out due to lack of oxygen. Also, there's no real way to get hundreds of untrained people to remain calm and wait in line for their turn to jump. So, if you've ever wondered why there's no parachutes on planes, there you go. I hate flying. Things I didn't realize was my ADHD, but probably should have been a dead giveaway. Where did I put my keys? I swore I just put them down. Why am I always doing this? Where did I put them? What? Do you want all the chores around your house done, but you don't really feel like doing them yourself? Have kids. On your daily commute, is there an annoying pothole that just isn't getting fixed? Spray paint a penis on it. The city will be on that shit so fast. If you're ever low on cash, you should consider robbing sex offenders, okay? Their addresses are easy to find and they can't own guns. Most dating apps suck, okay? They either see you as a left swipe or a right swipe. They don't see you as a person with this whole complex personality. At least that's what I thought until I found this new app, XOXO, okay? This one intrigued me. So it starts off with this magic quiz that asks a ton of questions to try and get to know the real you. And from that, it tells you your mental age and then gives you a little avatar to match your personality type. It also tells you which personality type is your perfect match, okay? And I have this, cat thing. And you still have the option to try and find people that you'd think you'd like. It just wants to let you know who they think you'd like. They just want to help you find your soulmate based on personality, so you can't filter by gender, race, or age. And I personally think that that's so innovative, it's almost crazy. And I mean, if you ever wanted to shoot your shot with me, I am on the app, so you should probably also get the app that's linked in my bio, and I don't know, see if something happens between us or someone else or something. Make sure you check out XOXO, you can learn a lot about yourself, make new friends, and find your person. Have you ever wondered why looking at bright lights can make you sneeze? Well, this thing that happens is called the autosomal dominant compelling helio-ophthalmic outburst, or ACHOO syndrome for short. So whenever you do look at a bright light, the nerves in your eyes actually constrict, making your pupils smaller. These electrical signals are so close to your nose that it actually activates some of the nerves in here, causing some secretion and congestion in the mucous membranes. This causes the brain to confuse a bright light with a nose irritation, and the next thing you know is... Oh, dude, I'm so nauseous. Everything's spinning and I feel like I have to puke. Dude, just suck on this. What is this? It's just peppermint, okay? It's supposed to help with the nausea. Also, if you try tilting your head to the side, that could help too. Okay, cool. I hurt my back. You probably shouldn't be laying down for too long. What do you mean? I can barely move. Yeah, but the only way your back is gonna recover is if you stay moving. It's literally a use it or you lose it kind of thing. Dude, get up. It's like 4 p.m. What are you doing? I'm sleeping, dude. My sleep schedule's been all out of whack. You know, you can actually trick your body into resetting your sleep cycle. All you have to do is fast for like 12 to 16 hours. What do you mean? How is not eating gonna fix my sleep schedule? Your body's circadian rhythm is regulated through light, but also through food. So if you go through with the fast, you should be able to wake up and go to bed at regular times again. This is a photorealistic image that somebody made of George Washington if he was alive today. They also made Abraham Lincoln. What? This is what a sunset looks like from space. This bamboo grew during the pandemic, so it's completely untouched by the tourists trying to leave their mark. So I got my college degrees in math and computer science, which means that I was never really good at writing. So here's some essay hacks to help you get an A without plagiarism. Go to the website EssayBot and type in the title and prompt, and the robot will try its best to actually write you out an essay. It'll go through a plagiarism checker and even give you the sources and citations. And then go to the website Hemingway Editor, and this will actually grade your paper and let you know what you need to work on. And then if you need to make your essay longer, just try changing these words into these phrases. It means the same thing, it gets your point across, and it'll get you to your word count. If you're taking math, you're gonna love this website, okay? I used it all the way from high school through college, and now I have a math degree. So it's called Quick Math, and there's a lot of websites like this, but this one is the best I've found so far, and it's free. Just type in any equation that you're struggling with, and it'll give you the answer with the steps. It also does low and high level math. It'll even graph things out for you. Math kind of sucks, so good luck. Dogs have changed a lot in the past 100 years. Just look at the wiener dog, okay? Their legs have gotten shorter and they've gotten way longer. Or even a hound dog, okay? They've gotten much smaller, but their ears have gotten so much bigger. I don't even know what happened to the poodle. And just look what we did to the poor pugs, man, okay? Their eyes have gotten bigger and their faces have gotten flatter, which means they have a lot more health problems than they did 100 years ago. But I have a Great Dane. About 100 years ago, they could get up to about 120 pounds. Today, they get up to about 175. Let me know if you guys want a part 2. Astro. Excuse me. Hi. You're on somebody? If you think about it, the word blink is the plural of wink. Thanks to the internet, you've probably seen more naked people than your ancestors combined. A bed is just a shelf for your body when you're not using it.